Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? My name's Iris Smith, and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and the sunshine was bright for you. We had a bit of a cloud over here in the UK where I live and rain. So the temperature has dropped quite significantly, but it is going to get warmer come end of this week. Right, well, thank you for all your wonderful comments, guys. I have had, a lot of people wanting to, they've messaged me to do like black and silver and white Halloween. So I'm going to do one to do with a table arrangement, because not everybody wants, or everybody may be decorating their out of the door in a different way with webs and things like that. But I'm going to do something just to sit on the dinner table as you celebrate Halloween. So I have got some styrofoam, which I have taped it to a silver dish. I don't know if it says how big it is. No, but it's probably the size of your dinner, plate that you use. It is hard plastic, and I can't remember, where did I get it from? Wilko's, when there was open, the store was open. It's not open anymore, it is closed. So so I'm going to do something again just to sit on the table. So I've decided to get some conifer. With it being spiky and rough, I thought we'd get some conifer. I've got some eucalyptus with it having the pointed edge, or tip should I say. So I've cut some down of that as well off the bush, and maybe incorporate some of that. I have got out my black fern as well. I've cut off the ficus bush, some white ficus to incorporate some white. I have cut off some ivy from the garland. I have cut more than I need, but I have got something to do after the video where I am using ivy. So I thought I'd just cut some more off for that project. I've got our silver ginkgo leaves as well to add in some silver. I love these. I've got them in white gold as well. I've got some of these out as well. I'm not sure, guys, if they're supposed to be bay leaf or something along those sort of lines. It doesn't say on the tags. So, but I've got that also in silver. I thought I'd get some of my leftover twiggy bits and incorporate some twiggy bits. I have got, oops, a daisy, only 4, because they only came in a pack of 4. Some little picks, and that's how big they come, and the stem, with some silver berries, a black glittered pumpkin, some black twiggy bits as well, and black maple leaf, and I think rose, and a little bit of eucalyptus in black as well. I have got out my big silver velvet pumpkin that I want to use as the centerpiece. So we've got that, along with some white and black and white little pumpkins. But I have also got out this pumpkin as well, with the face on, just as backup, if in case I think that would look nice in it as well. And I have got one of my crows. I've placed it on a pick, a black crow. I thought we could incorporate the black crow as well. And I've got 2 skeleton hands. These are quite heavy. I've not attached these to anything. They have got a hole in them. So I guess you could have them dangling from, some string or anything like that, rope. But we're going to see if we can get those placed in as well. For our floral, now I have got these out again, but these are just backup in case I decide I want to use them. The little, what they call them, mini peacock feathers. I have got out some, just 4 black roses with the eyes in. Can you imagine that looking at you in the night while you just sat in the room? Ooh. And these aren't Halloween flowers, but it's because of the colour and how they are. I thought they would actually look quite nice. If I need any more, I'll grab some. But the anemone, with them being black in the centre, and they have got spiky bits for the centerpiece as well on. And I thought they're like eyelashes. I thought one's popped off. They would look quite nice. I'll just grab that. And I have made a bow. I've placed a pick on it, and it is in black, white and silver swirl, and then a silver webbed one. This one isn't wired though, but it does sit quite nice. So I thought we'll maybe incorporate that as well. So I've just done a bow, in case I decide on the bow. Right, so we're going to go and get cracking and see what we can come up with, guys, today. And let's see what wonderful arrangement we can make. I'm just going to go and alter the camera so you can see. So let's just bring it down and come in a little, and we'll do it like that. So let me just glue this centerpiece back on, so it doesn't fall off again. Never had that happen on the anemones, but we can work with it. There we go. So again, I've not covered the styrofoam. No particular reason. I just thought, well, today I'm going to leave it as it is, and make sure that it, I cover it. I have got my tape here. What I've used, I just want to add a little bit more on the end. I don't think I've left it long enough. So let's just take that bit off. On this side. And I'm going to go over the tape where I've gone. It's just that it's just not long enough on the plate. So I don't want it to come off. Let's just check on the other sides. Maybe this one. There. Right. So let's get in some of our foliage. Now I've left them this length when I cut them, because I was thinking of placing, because I did have a look, thinking of placing them like this. Just going around. I think that one's smaller, yeah. Just going around like so. I don't know whether to. Or do I just do it this way? Turn them all this way. So they're going around. And I've got one that I may use up above. So I'm not so, bothered about seeing the plate. I just want it to be a circular arrangement instead of a rectangle one. So I think we're going to do that. So let's use our new snips. Oh gosh, they're good. So I'm just going to place it in there, maybe just push it in a little bit more, and then just bend it around so it's sort of leaning, some on top of the plate and some on just coming off. We'll do the same on here. Has anybody been anywhere special over the weekend? Any craft fairs you've been to? It's been glorious weather for most of you, if you have. Right, so we've got our main pumpkin. I want to maybe, do I place it there and then have the bow on the opposite, just hanging off from the side underneath? I may do that. So if we get that in now, then we can work with it. So let's just cut the stem and let's hopefully get it oops, let me just, I think I'm going to place it around here. Like so. And then I'd like the bow to be coming off from the side with the tail ends hanging over the side. Just glue that also. We've got it like that on the edge. Doesn't that look really nice? Sitting just draping over the corner. Right, let me just perhaps grab some ivy. Now again, I don't want absolutely too much. So we might bring a few pieces of this around. As well. Let's just make sure that's in. Do the same with another piece. I may just have two. I don't know if that one's a bit too long. It would help, wouldn't it, guys, if I take the band off. I think that one's quite a nice piece. And go there. So we'll take this one under here. Oops. I think it's a bit too much as we go along, I will just snip some pieces off. I don't really want to be placing in too much of the ivy. Just want it to look like it's starting to wrap itself around. I've got a piece here that's small, so I may just place this coming out from the corner there. Have I got a smaller one as well? Yes. And do the same in this corner here as well, just letting it stick out. I should get really my Lazy Susan. I don't want any more, not that I know of. I may just keep the odd one, small one out. The rest I will place away. Are you all doing lots of Halloween arrangements, or are you still all on your summer? I've still got a few summer ones still to do. I've got summer, autumn and Halloween. I've still got some of each really. Let me just grab my Lazy Susan, guys. I think it may be better with it, with us doing this. Now, do I add in? Let's get the conifer. Yes, we'll just add in some. Oh, let me just take the plastic off at the bottom. Some of our conifer. And I'm going to place some slightly under the pumpkin at the top, just to give it that movement coming out. I haven't placed the pumpkin flat onto the styrofoam, so it's basically so I can place things underneath the pumpkin to give it that more of a fuller look, like the foliage and things are growing out from underneath. Let's have a look. I may do one here as well, just under in this corner. So then I've made it like a group of 3. So I'm going to go just under the pumpkin here also. So we've got it at the back like that as well. So I don't as yet feel I need any more. Now I want to look for the smaller, because these do come all in different sizes. So some fern that we're going to place on the bottom, with it being quite a large leaf. So I'm going to place it sitting around the bottom area for now. If I feel, you know, that I'd like to incorporate a little bit at the top, then we'll do that. Just place one on this corner as well. You just, you know, move them, lift some up, leave some flat, so they've all got different movement within each other. I'm going to bring one for a longer one underneath the bow, so you can just see the point of it, you know, coming out. Like so. You can arrange your tail end to sit with a little loop on it, you know, just the tail end, bend it inwards a little. And I think we're going to place one here too. I'll bring one up a little. Now, do I have one on the top, guys? Well, that's a bit too long. If this is going to be the front view, do I just... Yes, I'm going to place one just coming out here at an angle. I'm not going to, you know, place it upright. I want to lean it off to one side. Let's just look at it from the front. Yeah, like that. And again, I'll hang on to things and keep them on my workbench in case I, you know, just feel it maybe needed for something else. I can just, they're all tangled up. Do you get that, guys? Oh my goodness. A tiny one here. I may bring that there. Oops. Let's just bring this tiny one up here. Right, so we've got our black fern in. Let's see about with some of our white ficus. I've chopped these down before we start into little pieces or smallish pieces. I don't want too much of the ficus in. A little bit too small. Here we go. Let's just see if one will look. I'm going to place one with the black fern here as well. And again, I'm going to lean this one off to one side with the fern. So that's behind it. I'm going to just place a couple in, guys. Oh, that's a bit big. I don't want the bottom piece. Make it too long. Because I've placed that one underneath here. I've got one there. And I may just place this one here. And then just put the small, just the odd smaller piece at the back, this side, but not too much of it. Because I want it to be relatively more silver and black than white. I'm adding the white in because that's what's on the ribbon as well. So we've got that one in. just bring that one down a little. Just grab this loop here so it doesn't hide. So I've just bent that one over as well. So we've got those like that. And again, I'm going to place just a little smaller one. Let me cut that leaf off, it's not very good. Just a smaller one around the back. Probably in this corner here, because there isn't any white here in this corner. So I'm going to probably bring it here. So I'm just going to lift up some of our ivy and just place it slightly underneath so you can just see a little bit of the white popping through at the back. So we don't need no more of the white ficus. So we'll place that there. As well. Forgotten a piece. Right. Let's have a look at the pics. Oh, here's my cat. Oops. Hello. Hello. Oh, one moment. Sorry, guys. Hello.
Hello, where do you want the parcel?
I'm just placing it here. So, slightly over there. Thank you. Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah, take care.
You have to make it there.
Oh, I know. See you later. Sorry about that, guys. It was a delivery for my husband's business. My apologies. Right, with these, I want to have some of these at the back as well. You can, they are wired. I think some of them are. So you can, I guess, manipulate a few. To have them something like, maybe not as much, like this, just leaning over at the back, because we want to see some of the accessories at the back as well, especially if it's going to go on a table. So who, you know, people are going to want to see things from their view as well. We may not need the twiggy bits if we've got them in here. So we've got another. Let's see. Do I bring one up here as well? No, because you won't really see it there. So I'm going to bring one from this side also. And just bring it outwards. The beads don't bend, so we may have to just tuck them underneath there. So we've got one there and then one there. I may just use 3, guys. And we need to bring We definitely need one around here at the front. We may use 4. We may use them all instead of just having one left. Maybe better to use them all. So I've spread that one a little bit. And I'm going to place that one in there. I may lift this big pumpkin up a little bit because it may get hidden. So that's 3. So let's just have a quick look. So I think something's telling me here, but then I've got 3 quite relatively close, and then there won't be nothing really here. So I may bring that one here as well. And just place this one at the side as well as at the bows, where the bow is, sorry. So just at the side there. So now a few silver leaves. I don't want to overdo it. Let's just take one of the ginkgo ones out. Yeah, we'll definitely be using some of these. I don't know, I'll keep that one on the long one because I may bring that one up here. I don't think... Oh, I know what we have forgotten. Our hands. So I may do them where the hands look like they're holding the bow. You know, from the side here, I don't know if you can see, if I just try and turn it a little. So they look like they're holding the bow in the hand and have them sticking out like that. So I may do that with those, but I'm gonna have to have something extremely a bit stronger for a stem because they are quite strong, or heavy should we say. So let's see how we're going to do this. Can that go through? Yeah. How big is the stem? Right, I'm going to bend it over as a U-bend, and I'm going to try and wrap the wire around the stem. If I can get my needle nose pliers and just wrap it around and hold it like that. Yes. So let's try and get one in first. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We'll do that again. So I'm going to just pop. Let's see if this works. Just move it along the hand. Yeah, so I've got one there, look, and we're going to keep it like that. So it just looks like it's holding on to elbow. So I'm going to do it again. Let's see now if I can just tighten it without it snapping. Flatten that piece down so it doesn't catch and hurt. Right, so then the other one we will place on the opposite side to where that one is. So let me just have a look. Yeah, I think that looks quite effective. So it looks like it's holding our bow. Right, let's try with the ginkgo. Yeah, I'm going to place one of those here at the back also. Let's just cut it down a little bit. We don't need it that long. Again, have it slightly leaning. Bring a bit of the white behind. Like that. Let's bring one off from our side as well. From there. And cut this one up as well. So we've got that one, so I'm going to bring one around the back. I've just placed that there. You can twist them and, you know, just move them so they're not looking too flat, if that's what you feel you prefer. So we've got those there, so we're going to need one here. And then I'm going to get another piece. And I'm going to bring one under the bow. Just slightly under here. So we've got one at the bottom as well. So it's just a bit of depth for that one. I think that looks quite nice. Right, let's try with, oh, I want the crow. I was wondering whether to place the crow on top. If that's the case, then I'm going to have to make a little, yeah, I think it would look nice there, guys. You know, in the corner of the, here, facing outwards, like it's looking down there. And I think it's got a bit of wire, but I don't think it's going to hold unless I pierce a hole. So, in fact, no, it's too thin of a wire. So we're going to let's cut the stem a little shorter. Oops. These new snips, once you close them and then let go, oh, they bounce open. Oh, I've just gonna, oh my goodness, what am I like? I've just gonna knocked off my pumpkin through being silly. So let's place it back on, put a bit of glue on, pop it back. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna have to just pierce it an hole where it's sitting around here. So I'm gonna have to do it about here. So let's just get a bit of glue on the end. Oops, I can't do it doing like that. Oh my goodness. I need it just to go in a little bit more. Let's just see. Oh, it could do with being pushed in a little bit more. So it looks like its feet are actually touching. Or can I bend the stem a little? I think that would be okay. I don't want to break the bird. That's better, I think. No, it's still a little bit wobbly, guys. Let me take it out. Take the glue off. I'm just removing the glue that's seeped out and it's on the pumpkin. As much as I can get off. So I think I cut it at a bit of a more of a sharp angle. Oh my gosh, it's hard to get in. Right, let's give it another go. There, he's sat. I think we may have to turn him a little. Let's just have a look how he's sat at the front. Oh, he looks like he's falling off now. Let's bend the stem. Sit him upright. I may, to hold his feet down, I may just get a little moss pin or floral pin to hold him. I should have done this in the first place. Crikey me, this pumpkin's hard to get through. There we go. There, so he's not going to move now. Oh, that was a task. Right. I'm going to bring a pumpkin around the back. What's visible, the black ones are quite slightly hidden, not much, you know, you can barely notice them. So I'm going to just bring a black and white one in around the back, and then I'm going to bring one at the front as well. So I've got that one sticking up as well like that. I don't know about the white ones. Do I get another black one, black and white? I think so, to keep it within the 3. So I'm just going to go and get another black and white one. Just get it out. Do I bring it there or I'm bringing it at the front? Under the bow. Let's get a pumpkin under our bow as well. So we've got one there also. If I do have a white, I may bring it with the black one there. We'll see. We'll see about those as we go along. There's a lot of let's try our roses first. Bring in our anemones as well. I think I'm going to have an anemone at the front. So I'll with the eyes on. Stick one there. If you do get where you've got a petal or a leaf of anything, foliage or floral, that's sticking down and won't go up. Get your glue gun or just a little bit. Place it on the inside here. And then just attach it to the one up so then it will go back into place. So we'll place one with the like so, with the black and white pumpkin round there. Do we bring one up here? And there. Yeah, we're going to bring one up above. And I'm going to place it just down here where the tail ends of the bow is, up above. And we'll bring one down at the bottom as well. Oops. Yeah, and we'll have one on the corner. Oops. In there also. So we've got those in there. So I'm going to bring our anemones in. And with this anemone here, I want to bring one down here. Just in there. Oops. I'll just place it somewhere. It's going to go in there somewhere. Then I'm going to bring one on the back. And then I'll bring one on the side here. Excuse me. So I'm just placing it in a triangle as you look above with the anemones. So I'm going to take that leaf off and just tidy the stem a little. Shall I place it? I may place it on a pick actually. So we'll get one in here. And again, I don't want them sticking out too far. I just want them sitting comfortably within the pumpkins, and oh, that may be a bit too long, this stem. And then one there at the back. So I've got one here, then I'm going to have one at the front. So let's put this one on the pick as well. So we'll do the same with this one. Maybe a little bit more, push it in a little bit more. So we've got that. I don't think we need the other pumpkin. Now we've got our silver leaves. I'm going to just chop it up a minute. I think around the back here, guys, just here, it seems a little bit too dark. I don't know whether to add a little bit more greenery, just a little piece of the ivy up here. Because it just seems a little bit too, there's no green colour in. And I think I don't want to give it too much black around there. But then with the silver, I feel that we need something either here or here with the silver leaf. And I think it's similar situation here also. There's quite a bit of black. So have I got another small piece? Yeah. So I may bring another piece of ivy, a green, actually around here. I'm gonna do that. Let's tidy this stem up as well. And just pop that underneath the pumpkin a little. Like that. And then I think with the leaf, we don't want it that long. Yeah, just there. At the, behind the black and white pumpkin at the front. But I'm going to lean it, place it in at an angle. Just straighten it up a little. So I've got a bit of silver here. At the back, I'm going to place that little piece at the back here. Place that in, so we've got a little bit of silver there as well. back, and I think there's this side. Let's do it again. Let's take the tack off. We've got that one there. We may need one here. There's no silver really here. So let's get the silver. Some under this pumpkin. So I placed a little bit there because there was no silver foliage really there. I'm going to see what it's been like if I had a bit there. Yeah, we're going to place a little bit here, guys. Just somewhere around there. But I'm going to push it in as a little bit as depth. I don't want it hiding our, you know, pumpkin as much. I want still to see that little black pumpkin. So we've got the little piece there. And I think something's telling me along the bottom. Now it's telling me around here and here, around the bottom, but also down here as well. So let's see what we think. Can I pull that out? Oh yes. So something's telling me here. I feel it's just something just amiss on the bottom. Do I? No, it's telling me around here, but I've got the ginkgo leaf there. So maybe in the centre of them. A little bit there. I put one under this one here at the bottom. And I did look and I thought it looked quite nice by placing one. Let me just cut that off. Was it like that? You know, at the back where we've got, I thought it looked quite nice surrounding the rose around, you know, with the eye, with the silver leaves. I thought that looked quite nice there at the back. So I'm going to place that one in. I can get just lift it a little. I'm going to move. I've just taken off the pumpkin and off one of the picks, and I'm going to just move it as well in the centre of the silver leaves, like I have done there. So let's have a look at some twiggy bits. Now these are brown and I don't really want brown. still see some of the foam on this side and a little bit under the bow there. Now I've got some tiny ones what are green. I think they would look better. I'm just going to stick in a little bit of tiny twigs in. We'll do the same here as well. Place that one in there. Let's lift our loop up. I think, guys, I do need some more greenery. I didn't really want to be bringing out lots and lots of different types of greenery. I wanted to, you know, the green in colour. I just wanted to keep it relatively simple. I think the big pumpkin's hidden. I've made it so it looks hidden at the front. Well, I haven't purposely done that. I don't like it. It's too hidden. I do want to bring it out a little bit. I'm just going to pop this piece in first. And let's see if we can hire it. So what I'm going to do is just slowly get my hands underneath. And maybe if I can't do it with my hand, feel for the stem, grab it with my, oh my goodness, that's just smacked me in the face. So I'm not going to have it sitting as low. So I've taken the glue off. Oh, I've got all glue on it. And I'm going to see if that's better. I think that looks better. We now need to support it. So let's have a look. You can still see it. But I did it there. Do I lift it a little bit more? I'm going to take it out again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this pick out that I've placed in, and I'm going to place in another one so I can have it slightly longer. There. So I've got another one in. Oh, I've got glue all over it. Oh my goodness. I'll cut it about here so it's a longer stem. so it can then sit higher than what it was doing. That's better, I can see it. So now that means we're going to have to cover all underneath with foliage. So let's get some conifer. Because now I've created a big gap underneath. So let's add in some conifer. Cracky, it's not going right for me today, guys. It's just come off of this pick now. Oh my good gracious me. So we'll put it on a single one and place it in like that. I've got this left here. I may bring that up there to hide a lot of foam. That actually looks quite nice there. I may need to bring something in with it. I'll bring in a white pumpkin down here as well with the foliage. So I've placed that in there at the back. I've got another piece here of the ivy, what I left out. So let's just cut that there and see how this one looks. So I may have to take that off. And maybe that. I bring that one. Yeah, we'll bring that in as well. So let's just tidy up our stem on here. So it looks neat and tidy. And I'm going to place this under at the front where I've created another gap. I'm going to still see, I think, you know, at the front here, guys, I feel we need a little bit of green there. Because it's black on black. And I always like to say, you know, just try to part. I'm going to pull a couple of leaves off the conifer and place them on picks. You know, try and part something so it's not all black on black. You know, with any colour really. So there's not too much of it. So I've just pulled 2 leaves off of a stem instead of using 3. Oh, it's here, look. And I'm going to just use these. Let's get the glue. That's seeping off. If I can get it off. And we're going to just place these couple of bits behind this black rose here at the front, just to take away that black and silver on black and silver and black and silver for the tail end. I just want to add in colour there just to take it off, but I'm going to place this quite far down. I just want a little bit of it sticking up at the top. I don't want it to be in the way of the pumpkin too much anyway. So as you can see, I just want that little tip of it. And I'll do the same with this one. This one's just slightly going off to one side. So we'll just bring that, and then I may just get a couple of pieces of ivy leaves and place them on a pick and place a piece of ivy in there as well, a different shaped leaf, just to give it a little bit something different instead of the, you know, the spiky leaves and things like that. And we'll place those in. Thanks, hon. And we'll put that there as well, so it's a little bit more flatter, as you can see. We'll bring that in so it's more like so. So let me just have a look. Yes, that looks better there. Now, as you can see here, we need to conquer this, and we need to get something in there again to cover up where we've hired the pumpkin. So I'm going to bring another fern in there. And we need to also do it here as well, as you can see. So I'm going to bring and just bend that over. Again, we don't want to hide everything. Lift up that a little, like so. And I'll place this on a pick. It's just a case of if you have to do anything like this, guys, like filling in. Yeah. You know what I did say I've got, didn't I? These. I think some of these will add in a nice, you know, because we've already got them on the picks. So I think if I just bring some of these in as well, that movement and that wispiness as well. I'm going to put a few around so it doesn't look too odd by itself. Definitely some here. At the back, just popping out. I'm gonna just sit a moment. Now one under here. At the bottom. I know it's quite close to, so we'll push that in. So we've got that little bit of berries. Now this sticking out. Now this one's got a bit of grass on. So do I bring that? I don't want to cover. No. I'm going to bring it out here. I'm going to go right under as well. We've got that bit of grass. Now that one's not looking so good on its own. So do I place one with? Because So we've got our mini peacock feathers, as they are called. I don't want to be, no, something's telling me no. So we're not going to use those. So I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this last ginkgo leaf, what's on, where I've already chopped away at it. So let's get that on. That looks better, where it's, you know, I've placed, so these berries don't look like they're all by themselves. Now at the back, I think I'm going to place, yeah, I'm going to place one of our white pumpkins with the beads here at the back, because it's quite bare there. When I mean bare, I mean there's the foliage all around the silver berries. There's the black pumpkin, there's foliage here, but there's nothing really. You've got your ficus, but that's facing the opposite way. So just to bring something in what's, you know, bigger, concerning, you know, wider, and also it will help to cover up that gap as well. Let me cut that down, guys. I don't want it that tall. So I'm just going to place that there. Let's bring up some of our ivy. So it's sitting amongst, I've got these leaves left from the anemone. I'm going to put those on picks, and I'm going to place those in there where I've just put the pumpkin, the white pumpkin. So then we won't waste those either. And I do say, if you feel that every time you keep adding something in and it's not really making it stand out even more, then that's the time for you to stop. You don't want to be just keep adding, hoping that it's going to add something else to it. I'm just, basically what I'm doing now is just covering the gap up at the back. I just want to see if there's any. No, that's covered. Is that covered? Yeah. So I'm going to place this piece in there. So I'm just having a look around. I may see something later that I think I've placed something in, but I don't really want to cover too much up. I'm happy that I've hired the pumpkin, because it was looking slightly lost. So that I'm happy with. Right, I can just see something under there. So let's get, is it going to be the conifer? I've got that gap underneath the bow here. I just want to see. Yeah, it's the conifer that we could place in. So let's do that. It's just under the silver bow here, where the silver loop is. I spotted a bit where it was just a bit bare. Right. So I'm not going to do anything else to it. Again, unless I see it needs something, I'm just going to leave it as it is. So let's just move all these out of the way. We don't want these now. So we'll place these over here. I mean, if you want to, you don't have to do it in black pumpkins. Any colour pumpkin if you want. I have got some pink pumpkins on order. I'm waiting for them to be delivered. I don't know how long they're going to be. They should come relatively quite soon, hopefully this week. Because I want to do a pink and black arrangement, but I'd used all my pink pumpkins last year. They was quite popular. So I'm going to do, I think, a wreath with the pink pumpkins and try and see if I can do some sort of a big bow, you know, into it as well. We'll see, because I have got some, you know, glittery pink foliage and grasses and spiky grasses, things like that I wanted to incorporate into it, but I've just got to wait for the pink pumpkins. Do you get that, guys, where you're waiting on just one item and you're ready to go with the rest? Right, so as you can see, it is quite full and it is quite big. But if you've got a big dining table, what seats probably 6 people or more, or 4 people, you know, that you want it to be seen all the way around. I have made sure that it's not too high, because you don't want to be looking over it and trying to see the person opposite you. You know, you want to be able to see them. And I've done it again, like I had some of the people say they don't like it too gory or anything like that. They like it subtle. So I guess I've done it like that. I have actually made it as well, so it comes off more to one side than it does here. Instead of just doing it a circular like the dishes, like the plate is, I've sort of like, with this being in the corner, I brought it down more to this one side, longer here than I have on this side, which I think looks quite nice. So if you wanted, you could also add another bow in, instead of the pumpkins here, add another bow in under here as well, because you've got one here. So go diagonally from it and add one under here. If you wanted to do it again, like I say, in different colours, you know, you could do it in lovely burgundies and pinks, and maybe add in silver or gold. Gold, I think, would look nice. Or you could just do it in gold, black and gold. I love black and gold. I think it's exceptional colour together. So if you've not got the long berries with like I've got, just use ordinary berries, guys. And if you've not got the ginkgo leaves, then use something, you know, maybe if you've got leaves that are cut out, like, you know, with holes in, like maybe, or just use ferns instead, silver ferns or anything like that, or, you know, and cypress leaves, you know, things like that, and some grasses. If you've got twiggy bits, you know, you place in your twiggy bits. And if you haven't got the long leaf eucalyptus, use willow, guys. It's just as good, and it looks very similar to this, to give that spiky point to it. Try and, you know, incorporate foliage that is rough and also is spiky, to go with the, you know, Halloween, the spiky theme. And again, I've just used these anemones because they are black in the middle and they look like they've got eyelashes. So I thought that was quite nice. And I think that would sit lovely on somebody's dining room table. So let me just lift up our camera, move those out of the way. I keep treading on those. It looks quite nice from here. It looks really does look quite nice. So I'm just going to lift up our camera, guys. Here, you can just see the crow sticking its head up. So, if I hold that there. So I hope, excuse me, I've probably got glitter all over my face now. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And I hope that it inspires you to do a table arrangement for Halloween. So when you have family or friends over, or just you know, yourself and your children, when you're celebrating Halloween, you know, just have something on the table alongside while you're enjoying your Halloween meal, and just give that little decoration for your table. If you don't want it on your dining room table, you could place it in your window, guys. You could put lights in it as well. You know, you could perhaps have either white, you know, white lights, or, you know, you could have multicolored. It's your choice, or neon blue. It's exactly your choice, guys. You know, and just put those around as well. So on Halloween, you know, that it's lit up, and that would look good too. Maybe put a few of the lights where the eyes are. That would look quite effective. And then if you don't want it in your window, then you can have it on your entrance hallway, or you know, in your foyer, or in on a coffee table or a cabinet, you know, wherever you wish, guys. You know, it would look super anywhere. And if you're having it at, you know, an outdoor party, this would perhaps look, you know, inviting for your guests as they come in to have the party on your garden. You know, if you're doing a little party on the garden and everyone's having drinks outside with fireworks and that, this would look, you know, just inviting for the guests. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope that you give it a go. You don't have to have a ribbon again, and if you do, and you're doing it in a different colour, enjoy and have fun. Just remember, you know, to incorporate things like spiky things, beads, and, you know, obviously pumpkin, or gory things, you know, skeletons, witches' hats, things like that, guys. That's the thing I've got to order, a witch's hat. I wanted to do a wreath with just a witch's hat in the centre and a big sign saying boo. I've got the sign. So, but yes, give it a go, and just add in a little bit of greenery. I haven't added in light coloured greenery. I mean green in colour. It's all relatively the forest green going on to the dark green colour, with it being with black. I didn't want light green, so I wanted it to keep it dark. The only light foliage I've added in is the white ficus, which I think I haven't placed in too much, so it doesn't look out of place. And then obviously I've placed in the silver for that effect, because we've got silver on the top where the spiders are silver, as well as all the glitter on the pumpkin and in the bow as well. So enjoy it, guys, and have a wonderful time doing it. And I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you know, oh, I'm sure you're very good at what you're doing now, and I'm very proud of you. And thank you for your pictures that you've sent me. You know, it's wonderful, really wonderful of you. Keep them coming. If you want to send any pictures to me, my email is www.theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com. So have fun, enjoy, and maybe you could do this as a gift for your parents, or for a family member, or even a dear friend, or even your neighbour. So enjoy it, guys. Thank you for all your comments, and I really do appreciate them. I must say that a few of my viewings has gone down, but I'm assuming that's because people are on vacation or on holiday, you know, somewhere, enjoying it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's not because people don't want to watch it. I know that sounds awful, but you know, you never say never, do you? So please keep sharing, you know, subscribe, share and like to everybody, you know, to keep my viewings up, and to bring them along, to give them some idea that may inspire them to have a go themselves, Again, bring some of your photos across to me, send them to me, and you may inspire me to give it a go of the design that you've created, and I would love that. I really would love that. Be inspired by you wonderful people around the globe. So have a wonderful day, guys. Take care and enjoy your creating and whatever you may be doing, whether it's still summer or autumn or Halloween. Have fun, guys. It's a wonderful thing to do. I love you all. God bless and good health. Bye for now. Bye-bye. So let's just take the camera off the stand. Let's get a bit of a close-up. Right, there's the crow. Oh, he looks a bit ragged here, look. Oh, I may have to glue that down. There's the pumpkin with these 2 silver spiders here amongst the glitter. They are quite well hidden amongst the glitter. So it's a lovely velvet black. We call it ebony black pumpkin. There's the eye, the rose with the eye. Oh, don't that look weird just staring there? And then we've got our silver webbing. I've got this in gold and ivory as well. Ribbon. It's not wide, guys, but it does sit with the loops quite well. And then there's the wired ribbon in the black, silver and white as well. There's our black and white pumpkin there. Our lovely anemones look like they've got eyelashes. Our glittery berries. Our black fern here. There's our ginkgo leaf. Some of our ivy as well. There's our eucalyptus. And there's a silver. It looks a little bit like bay leaf. I can't make out whether it's supposed to be bay leaf or if it's supposed to be something like maybe sage. I'm not sure. And then we've got our pick. Let me show you here. Our pick here, it's very hard to see because it's more black than anything else. It's only got the silver berries, like I've got those as well, with the bit of black twigs on as well. Oh, and our white ficus and our ivy and our conifer here as well, and our skeleton's hands holding our bow on either side, just holding it together. Let's just turn it around. A little white pumpkin, again the black and white with the ginkgo leaves, and again another rose there with the eyes. So we've filled it in where now we've lifted it up because it was all bare under here. So we've now filled that in and brought it all together, and I think it would make a lovely arrangement sat anywhere in your home. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you soon. And I love you all. Bye for now.